Welcome to today's episode of Heard and Seen Around. I am Rajesh Karipurath. This is my take on macroeconomic and geoeconomic data points, which I find interesting. I hope you enjoy watching it as much as I enjoyed curating it. Cheers.
AI will not take your job. Someone using AI will take your job. This is meant to be reassuring. It is not. Edison found 10,000 ways that didn't work. In modern venture capital, that's called a portfolio. The covers of this book are too far apart. Ambrose Bierce. A classic is something that everybody wants to have read and nobody wants to read. Mark Twain. A committee is a group of people who individually can do nothing, but together can meet to decide that nothing can be done.
This chart isn't a ranking, it's a regime change. In 2025, chip profits were led by logic players like Nvidia. By 2026, the leaderboard is being hijacked by memory makers. Samsung from number 16 to number 2, SK Hynix from number 18 to number 6, and Micron from number 48 to number 9. That's not incremental, there's explosive operating leverage. Why? Because AI doesn't just need chips, it needs memory to feed them. High bandwidth memory has become the real bottleneck, and only 3 players dominated: Samsung, SK Hynix, and Micron. Flights cut, fares ready for takeoff. This isn't just fewer planes, it's less supply in a tight market. Indigo trims minus 17%, Qatar by 32%, and Etihad by 18%. That's a coordinated squeeze across key international corridors. What follows is textbook: fewer seats, higher load factors, better pricing power, and pricing power, fares move up, not down. And the trigger isn't demand, it's disruption plus geopolitics plus fuel costs. So passengers get few choices. Airlines get better yields. Short term is margin positive, long term it's a reminder. Aviation is still a supply constrained business disguised as a growth story. Funding up 73% year on year, shutdowns up even faster. Over $1.5 billion burned, $1.5 billion burned, and the pattern is brutally consistent. No PMF, which equals to cool demos, no paying users. Wrapper trap, built on APIs, wiped out when platforms evolved. GTM mismatch, usage, not revenue. Obsolescence, Gen AI moved faster than their roadmap. This isn't bad luck, it's selection pressure. AI is not forgiving. If you're not building deep tech, proprietary data, or distribution, you're renting someone else's moat. And when the platform improves, you disappear. External borrowing just hit the brakes. From $50.1 billion in FY25 to just $37.5 billion in FY26. A sharp reset, not noise. What changed? Not demand, cost and currency. A weaker rupee makes dollar debt riskier. Global rates aren't cheap anymore. Hedging costs are no longer an afterthought. So companies are rethinking the playbook. NBFCs still dominate because on-lending needs funding. But even there the shift is visible, less aggressive, more selective. Look deeper. On-lending drops, rupee EC money fading, capital goods imports double, targeted capex, not broad expansion. Refinancing declines, less rolling over of cheap past debt. After months of noise around outflows and valuations, FDI just crossed $60 billion annualized again. First time since mid-2022. February alone brought in $5.7 billion of fresh equity. That's the part people miss. While portfolio money trades India, FDI builds India. And the trend is telling. No spike, no frenzy, just a steady grind higher. Capital flowing into manufacturing infra and GCC ecosystems. Long-term investors stepping in while short-term money steps out. 2.53 lakh crores, headline says boom, but the engine tells a subtler story. Growth is 8.7% year on year, but import-led taxes up 26%, higher global prices doing the heavy lifting. Domestic GST is up just 4.3%. Consumption isn't exactly sprinting. So collections are strong, but purely because demand is. Add to that rising refunds, inverted duty structure, input credit pile-ups, cost pressures quietly building for businesses. This isn't weak, it's uneven strength. The takeaway, tax buoyancy is holding up, but underlying consumption is cooling at the margins.